said it wasn't a normal beep, beep, beep. It was one of them aggressive beeps. The kind of beeps that sound like they come from a wife looking for a nigga. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment respectfully. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's move on to our next book. I decided to move forward in time to the 90s. This is I Regret the Day I Lost My Virginity. You Are Not Your Past, by SWVs Leanne, LeLee, Lyons. Anyway, it wasn't as easy as looking everything up on a smartphone like we can now. We had to physically go to the location, look in the yellow pages for the number, or if you were lucky enough to have one of those big ass car phones the size of a brick, you could always call 411 for information. Nevertheless, we were out of luck. The last movie was sold out, so we decided to grab a bite to eat at a 24-hour diner that would be Bonside in the DMV. After the go-go, what you would do, oh man, let me tell you something. It wasn't nothing like going to get something to eat after the go-go. Man, let me tell you something. Ooh, this black motherfucker. I had the biggest crush on him. It was one of my cousin's friends, and we were sneaking around. Ooh, I didn't want my cousin to know I was messing with his friend. So what happened was, my cousin had came past my house, and this dark-skinned dude was in the car with him. I came downstairs, and he was like, damn. This is what he told me. He was like, damn, that's your cousin? He was like, yeah, leave it alone. I been had a crush on him. I been had a crush on that dude. I thought he was so handsome. We was in the go-go, right? And that night, I think I was in there with my Judy and not my cousins. Child, that black mother hunchy came up behind me and was like, you coming with me after the go-go? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, I'm going to pick you up in front of your house. Child, my little sister was in the house by herself. And it wasn't shit that was going to stop me from going with this young man that night. You hear me? Because he was sexy as hell. He was old dark-skinned thing, pretty white teeth. He would have on his little Timbs with his little Gore-Tex sweatsuit, the little temper taper. Oh, my God. Woo! He was so super fine to me. He was so super fine. Coming to find out, he was a nut. He's a nut. Okay, but he was real, real good to me. We went to this place called Steak and Eggs out there in Langley Park in Maryland. Got us some steak and eggs. Okay, and then we went round there to the hotel and we made mad, passionate love. Ooh, I knew my mother was going to be pissed when she got in the house because, you know, her going out partying was more important than me going to a goddamn go-go, right? But I was going to take that ass whooping. You hear me? Ooh, he dropped me off 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was just a beautiful night for me. It was everything. It was all things. When he ain't tripping, he's still my friend. But when he tripping, I tell him to kiss my ass. When we finished dinner, it was around 2:30 a.m. It was still hot outside, around 76 degrees. The after-party crowd was just kicking in, and the place was getting loud because everybody is coming out of the club trying to feed the bitch before they fucked the bitch. So my date paid the bill and I grabbed my sweater and we were ready to go. After all, since we couldn't see a movie and I was personally full as hell after eating my favorite dinner meal, a cheeseburger deluxe, I was ready to go home. We got in the car and sat a few minutes while he looked through his pager. That damn thing was buzzing every other second. All I could think about was who was that trying to contact him. She said it wasn't a normal beep, beep, beep. It was one of them aggressive beeps. The kind of beeps that sound like they come from a wife looking for a nigga. Tell whoever the person was trying to contact him frustrated the hell out of him. As we left the diner, we headed towards the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, BQE, which was the opposite way from my house. So quietly, I just observed to see how far out we were going. And we were already 4 miles out. So quietly, I just observed to see how far out we were going. And we were already 4 miles out. Now at this point, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable because we never discussed going anywhere other than to see the movie, which never happened, and dinner. On top of that, the frustrating pages that he received all the while we were having dinner. Shiz, maybe he was going to one of his spots to collect some of his drug money, I thought, which wouldn't have been a problem had we discussed it. I had no idea what was going on. Taking a chance but not wanting to add to the frustration, I asked, "Where are we going?" He looked at me and said, "Shorty, we going to the crib." I'm like, "What crib?" "This is not the direction to my house, hon," he said. "Nah, shorty, we going to my crib to chill for a minute. You know what time it is." No, I don't know what time it is because this wasn't a part of the plan, I said. "I don't understand. Are you not taking me home?" I said. I looked over to see his eyes getting real big. I didn't really know this dude, and the little I thought I knew was through phone conversations. This definitely wasn't the same guy. He totally changed into something that began to make me feel very uncomfortable. At this moment, I realized I just added to his frustration. He looked at me quickly as he was still driving and said, "Enough with this bullshit. Are you fucking or not?" In my head, I was literally going back into time, thinking of the moment I met this dude and how excited I was about getting to know him. This was about to take a turn for the worse. I took my chance and asked one more time, "Can you please take me home? Can you please take me home?" All hell broke loose. "Bitch, get the fuck out of my car if you ain't fucking," he yelled. "Are you serious?" I said. "You heard what the fuck I said. Get the fuck out of my whip. Walk home, ho." I felt like someone lit a match and set me on fire. Here I am with a guy that I barely knew who was obviously very frustrated and probably didn't feel like taking me all the way back home to the Bronx. I couldn't understand for the life of me how he went from this sweet guy who was very complimentary to this monster that I never saw coming. When they ain't getting what they want, everyone will suffer. Don't you know that, girl? All I know is whomever was paging him 100 times while we were eating changed the whole course of the evening. I don't think so. Them pages ain't got nothing to do with whether or not you hunched him or not. Whoever that person is, male or female, we don't know. Okay, they're going to keep paging his ass during the date, after the date, beyond the date, 2 days from the date, 3 years from the date. They're going to keep paging him. If you saying that those beeps was coming quite frequently, whoever that was really wanted that ninja. Okay? And those beeps was not going to stop him from getting to your vagina. You stopped him from getting to your vagina, which pissed him off because, you know, he probably like, I didn't went through all this. Now I got to go home and explain to this hoe why I didn't respond to her beeps, and I ain't even get no pussy. Ain't even nothing happened. So that's why he pissed off. Without going back and forth with this dude, I just opened the car door and got out. And she did the same thing I would have done. Thank you. Have a safe trip home. Be careful, you hear? Toodle. She said she wasn't going to let him know that he got the better of the situation. But for real, she was crying like shit. I couldn't believe this son of a bitch put me out on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway at almost 3:30 a.m. in the morning with hottie shorts on. I had no money at all to get home, not even the $1.15 it cost to take the train home. I made a left on MLK. Oh, what a beautiful day, what a beautiful day.